hall that can seat well over 200, but since the room is usually only half full, it is rarely difficult for Yo to find the seat she wants. At least they're sitting higher than they were last time.
Yeah.
So what's up with her shirt? This is weird. Yo prefers to sit near the center, where it's easiest to hear the professor. Most of the students congregate in this area for the same. Fuminori usually sits beside her, although, given the ambiguous state of their relationship, she knows better than to take this for granted. Still, she tries to save a seat whenever possible. The classroom isn't crowded today, so Yo is able to set her bag on the seat next to her without inconveniencing anyone. But when the professor arrives at the usual time to start class, there is still no sign of Fuminori, because he's getting laid.
Yeah.
After waiting for about 10 minutes, Yo scans the room furtively. Fuminori is there, sitting alone in the far back corner. Did he miss Yo when he came in? No, he couldn't have, and besides, no serious student would willingly sit this far away from the front.
That's not true.
It's Japan.
Oh, fair.
Feeling miserable, Yo slides her bag back over to herself.
Like, I'd love to sit in the back. You could focus better.
I don't. Fuminori's out the door the moment class ends. Yo barely manages to catch up to him before he disappears down the hallway.
Sakisaka-san.
Sakisaka-san! Fuminori jerks at the sound of his name. You would think she just screamed at him.
何か
What? He turns to her and asks reluctantly. Now that they are face to face, Yo is painfully aware of how much weight Fuminori has lost. His sunken eyes and protruding cheekbones are a far cry from the features similar to her. She wonders whether he's under a lot of stress, or perhaps not getting enough nutrition. Maybe it's both. He definitely looks more tense than he should, afraid even, though of what she can't imagine. His eyes move restlessly from point to point, and he refuses to look Yo in the eye. It hurt to see Fuminori this way. What could have changed him so? Today she reminds herself, rekindling the flame of courage in her heart.
お話があるんです。
Want any more candy?
ちょっと
No, I'm good for now.
いいですか?
The courtyard is empty and silent. No one is willing to sit and chat in the cold November air.
話って何
Don't you remember? Yo almost blurts the question, but manages to keep her composure. Girl!
sakisaka-san 最
We
近
gotta talk about
ち
these
ょっと
boobies.
様子が変です
Like,
見てて
you and me, honey, we gotta sit down.
Are the tits actively bringing down what you think of the game?
No, but like, it's just the way they're... I'm concerned for, like, look where the cleavage starts. The cleavage is like up all the way up here. And then the breasts are down here. And then, like, where's the cleavage coming from? That makes her it makes her boobs like sausages. Like, that means they come down from here, all the way down here, and all the way back. They're fucking sausages. Like,
そうかもね
Clearly a lot's happened.
yeah, like your boobs did a thing. He smiles like it's nothing, but even that seems stiff and forced. He's even standing precisely one pace farther from her than he used to.
本当にそれだけなんですか?
君にはそれだけじゃないように見える
Your
のか
love! Yo manages to keep from flinching at the harshness of his tone.
何か我慢してるみたいに見えます
Rather than answer, Fuminori grinds his toe into the dead grass at his feet, hearing that her determination
Hey.
might flag. Yo lets the words come out as they may.
どうしようもないものを無理して壊れそうになるほど頑張って我慢してるみたいに今のsakisakaさんはそう見えます
そうかい
Oh, really? Fuminori mutters through clenched teeth, no longer trying to deny it or change the topic. This is an even clearer signal of rejection than his previous evasiveness. But Yo's determination is strong. Today, at least, she won't let back down.
友達ってこんな時のためにいると思うんです
It's times like these, she implores, trying to convey the sincerity of her feelings for him, that you need your friends.
ご ご家族のことは
Oh God.
Jesus
かと思います。
Like, okay, so they censor this, whatever this is,
Yeah.
but they don't censor penis and vagina sex.
Like, that's the thing that we needed censored. Like, the gore, I'm okay with.
この奥や
Maybe not for
ト
Twitter,
ミちゃん
but
やそれに私がいます。
Yo can no longer stop the words from pouring from her lips. She fears that if she does not unleash the feelings pent up inside of her, they will be lost forever.
一人で背負い込んだりしなくても私たちで何とかできることだってあると思うんです。たとえ何もできないにしても話してさえくれればあなたが少しでも楽になるかもしれない。私、咲坂さんの力になりたいんです。他のみんなも同じ気持ちだと。
やめてくれ
Stop it, Fuminori shouts, silencing Yo's entreaty. She promised herself that she wouldn't back down, but Fuminori's expression is terrible enough to shatter her resolve. The look in his eyes is not anger or any other warm-blooded emotion. It is hate. Murderous, cold hate.
そういえば君には一つ演じ
Oh,
しなきゃいけ
really?
ない
Oh,
要
what
件
the
が
fuck?
Wow, we're
He
just gonna,
remembered?
then we're just gonna crush. We're gonna crush this girl.
This is gonna be
He
like some-
remembers.
Jesus Christ.
He remembers, yet still he treated her so coldly. This is all the answer she needs. If his words stab any deeper, she might very well die.
僕は君のことをとりわけ特別に意識したことなんてなかった
Oh.
God,
君に
dude!
恋を持たれてもどう接すればいいのか迷ってた
I know you're getting that sweet lolly pussy, but
僕が君のことどう思ってるのか正直な気持ちが自分でもわからなかったから
咲坂さん、
でもね今ではもうはっきりと答えが出てる
Please don't be an
あ
asshole.
れから
Please
考
don't
え
be
て
an
た be an
asshole.
asshole.
たっぷりと
This is gonna be worse than an asshole.
筑波さん
wow!
Oh
大
God.
嫌いだ
Holy fuck, man!
Okay, you said the shitty thing. Leave it there. Don't tell her that she looks like a flesh demon.
Yeah. Don't cry, Yo tells herself, but it's too late to stop the tears pouring from her eyes.
もう二度と会いたくないっていうのは無理だね
Jesus
こんなに頼って
Christ.
るんだし
Dude! What the actual shit?
だからせめて今後は僕に声をかけないでくれないか
Oh my
目障り
god.
なんだよつくづく
This is not okay. Yes, I need a cherry.
This is really not okay. How can you be so cruel? Yo whispers in shock and despair.
What
To
the
which
fuck?
Fuminori twists his lips into a malevolent smile. Fuminori, what the fuck are you?
君さ少しは頭を冷やした方が良かったんだよ
No, she liked you, dude.
どうせ大宮浩二にけしかけられてその気になってただけなんだ
Jesus
ろ
Christ.
自分一人でのぼせてる分には勝手だけどさ他人を巻き込むなって言うんだ
Jesus Christ.
Is he?
That's all Yo can take. Even after shedding tears in front of him, she absolutely refuses to let him hear her cry. Any disgrace would be preferable to breaking down here. Oh, girl!
Maybe he's purposely trying to isolate himself.
No. He's already said he thinks they're all disgusting.
Oh God.
So she runs, fleeing breathlessly from the courtyard with Fuminori's cold smile at her back. Dude! Dude! This is not okay! Omi was the first to catch sight of Yo and Fuminori leaving the courtyard. Reluctant to interrupt them, but still unwilling to leave them alone, Koji and Omi ended up watching the whole thing from the shadows.
あいつ
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
her!
yeah.
I'm with her, yeah.
Yeah.
She still has kind of sausage boobs, but...
Nice.
Thank you. Throughout the exchange, Omi was clearly itching to jump out and punch Fuminori in the face. I like her.
Yeah.
Knowing her temper, Koji kept firm hold of her arm until the end. If he hadn't, she might very well have done it. She should have. Fuminori leaves after Yo, his every step seeming to take an act of willpower. Koji sighs heavily into the once more empty courtyard, but the bitter taste in his mouth will not go away.
どうしちまったんだかなあいつは
Even Koji cannot forgive Fuminori's treatment of Yo. However, the first thing that he feels is confusion, not anger. Koji's known Fuminori since long before college. Fuminori was never this cruel before. Not yet. There's no question now that the accidents changed him.
ねえコージ、このまま放っておくつもり？
放っておきたくないにしたって俺たちに何ができる？
覗き見よりマシなことよ。
Something beside watch, Omi shouts, her face red with fury.
私、先坂君に一言言ってやらなきゃ気
Go
が済
right
まない
fucking
わ。
ahead, girl.
Good.
Won't do any good, but you go right ahead.
それで筑波の木が晴れるってもんでもないだろうに。
だったら私のキーだけでも晴らすわよ。
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yo and Omi are best friends, just like Koji and Fuminori. In fact, it was the relationship between Koji and Omi that brought the other two together. Omi's anger is only natural.
私、先坂君と二人だけで話してみたいわ。コウジ、
本気かよ。
その代わり、ヨウのことを見ていてあげて。
Yeah, she
あ
is.
の子、多分心底傷ついてるから。泣き終わった後で、誰かの優しさが必要
If
にな
they
るか
fuck,
も
I'm just gonna like laugh.
Yeah.
なあ、それって俺とお前の役回りが逆じゃないのか？
But she needs to yell.
Yeah.
私みたいな性格だとね、慰め役は無理。
I feel like I am
励ますつもり
her
で、無駄に
sometimes.
傷跡
Yeah.
広げちゃうのがオチなのよ。
なるほど。納
Except
得
you don't have sausage tits.
Thank you.
あ、嫌な言い方。
じゃあまあ、そっちはほどほどにしとけよ。
No.
No. Like, end
yeah.
him. End his life. It would probably help him.
Ending the conversation before Omi's mood gets any worse, Koji heads off to find Yo.
Oh, we're back.
We're in meat mode. I feel awful, miserable, but also refreshed. I finally crossed the line. I knew it would come crashing down like this sooner or later, having become unable to feel anything but disgust for other people. There was no way I could hope to maintain the relationships I'd had before the accident. Today's incident will definitely get back to Koji and Omi, and everyone will be convinced I had a major change of character. Honestly, I don't care anymore. At least I probably won't be committed for this. I just need to avoid acting any stranger than I already have. If this puts a rift between me and the others, good. The thought of all the stress I'll avoid brings a smile to my lips. I'm fed up with them sticking their noses into my life. It's like they don't care that they make my gut turn just by being near me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, they do make him sick.
Yeah.
He does hate them. I've been terrified of them until now, but today I struck fear into one of them. Jesus Christ!
Jesus.
In that sense, I did something of a relief, but I'm not entirely without remorse for what happened. Well, thank God! The person I just demolished with the verbal equivalent of a nuclear bomb used to be my friend, Yo. Even if my senses don't believe it, my mind accepts the theory. I don't have any particular grudge against Yo herself, and I didn't want to hurt her. In retrospect, perhaps I should have just ignored her outright. You think?
Yeah.
The cat's playing with her tail.
Hey, kitty.
Yeah. Yo was an attractive girl, besides her breasts. I certainly don't think badly of her. To be honest, though, I was annoyed when Koji and Omi tried to stick us together. It felt like they were toying with me, and Yo seemed totally oblivious to the fact that she was dancing to their tune. Her cluelessness was irritating. Still, I knew that none of them meant any harm. Back then, I didn't have any reason to hurt others just to get my way. If having a casual relationship with Yo would keep our circle of friends together, I was willing to make that compromise.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my God, poor Yo! Now, however, there is no room in my heart for such forbearance. Merely talking to someone is an ordeal. If merely talking to someone is an ordeal, then how can I be expected to show them kindness? These ruminations have left me exhausted. I want to return to Saya as soon as possible, but thinking about the packed trains and slightly crowded downtown streets between here and home saps my spirits. Catching sight of a nearby bench, I sit down and close my eyes to the horrors of the world. I can't do anything about the stink and the noise, but I can at least I can calm my nerves enough to rest. Can't wait to see Flesh Beast Omi come and just tear him a new one. When I regained consciousness in the Tokyo University hospital ward, The world was as dark as it is now. I had not yet recovered my sight, even though my eyes and optical nerves were undamaged. It must have been an after effect of the accident. Blindness was a shock, but now I know that my suffering was nothing. After all, my senses of hearing, touch, taste, and smell were all fine at the time. The real horror began when my sight returned.
Good.
Again, they'll blur this, but not sex.
Yeah.
The one small mercy that I was able to come to terms with the accident and my neurosurgery while still blind. I panicked when I first saw the nightmarish hospital and the blood-curdling shapes of the doctors and nurses, but I soon guessed the cause. It chills me to think what might have happened if I had recovered my sight along with my consciousness. Suddenly awakening in what can only be described as hell, I would no doubt have lost my mind instantly. Soon, my disorder spread to the senses of touch, taste, and smell. As it turns out, sight exerts tremendous influence over the other four senses. No shit! The taste of my food, the feel of my bedsheets, the fragrance of my get-well flowers, all became as unbearably foul as my eyes said they should be. Just blindfold yourself when you eat, bruh.
Yeah.
Eventually, when even the doctors' voices became unrecognizable as human, I decided to kill myself. I didn't believe for a second that I could live in this new world. At least, not until I met Saya.
Are we gonna get nakeds?
Are we gonna get nakeds? I'm ready. Okay. One night, while thinking of painless way to die, I found myself succumbing to sleep. Drifting between the nightmares in my dreams and the nightmare of reality, I didn't notice her enter my room. We might have naked. I'm gonna turn it off if it is naked.
Yeah.
Nope, she's not naked.
Hello.
The next thing I knew, there was a face staring down at me from next to my bed. The face was not covered in pus or slime or earthworm-like feelers. Earthworms have feelers?
Oh, wiggles.
Earthworms don't have feelers. It had smooth, white cheeks and round eyes, a lovely little nose. All things I had never expected to see again. That face was of a girl, undeniably human and positively glowing with beauty. I sighed in admiration, savoring the first peace and joy since regaining my sight. She'd not expected such a reaction, apparently.
怖くないの？私のこと。
Aren't you afraid of me? She asked, looking at the clock. I saw that it was exactly 3 in the morning. No time for a young girl to be alone at the hospital. Perhaps she expected me to mistake her for a ghost.
What does a clock look like in Flesh World?
I gotta say, I saw a Twilight Zone episode like this long, long ago.
Yeah?
Where the pretty girl was considered ugly and vice versa.
Oh.
So, IRL, she's probably just like a flesh beast.
I can see that.
But I would not have cared if she had been a ghost. Either way, she was a godsend.
君は誰だい？なぜここに？
私はさや。パパのこと探しに来たの。
I assumed that she was the daughter of a late shift doctor or another patient. It was unusual, but not unthinkable for such a girl to be wandering around the hospital.
あなた、怖がらないんじゃつまらない。
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
ちょっと。
Wait, I cried, desperate to keep her from leaving. It was only after she turned around that I realized I hadn't thought of what to say next.
I'm gonna give you my dick.
何？
Her beautiful eyes drew me in, healing my soul to its core. Through the white haze clouding my mind, I struggled to form a coherent sentence.
女の子にお願いしていいことじゃないんだから。君に
Please
しか
ride my
頼め。
penis? Like, what are we gonna do here? No longer concerned with propriety, I let the words come as they willed.
手を握らせてもらえないと。
Oh, lewd, blur it. Put like 10 things over it. Priest, edit this. Like, put Enigma over those words.
Saya looked confused at first, but then she smiled just like she'd found a new toy. Ugh.
Oh.
Her smile was brighter than my memories of the sun.
変な人。
You're strange,
そんなこと言い
she
出した
said,
の。
holding out
あ
her
なた
slender
が
white
初め
hand.
て。
No one's asked me anything like that before. Ever so carefully, as though catching snowflakes, I placed my palm against hers. I could feel her human warmth and the softness of her delicate fingers. She was there, just beyond the palm of my hand. Thinking back on the joyful tears I shed then, I know that this is the moment I was saved from my fate.
この半月の間に初めて人に触れた。 人だと感じられる体に。
I'm waiting for like the naked to happen just in case.
Yeah.
他の人じゃダメなんだ。僕事故に遭ってその後遺症らしいんだけど、人が人の姿に見えないんだよ。
So it's the other way around. She's not human, but she looks human.
本当に不思議な人。あなたって面白い。
You're interesting, she
明日の
said,
夜も
winding her fingers
また来ていい？
gently around mine. Can I come back tomorrow night?
ああ、そりゃもういいのかい。君はそんなことをして。
大丈夫よ。夜は私のものだから。
She's a scary bitch.
She is.
How you feeling?
Good.
And so our rendezvous began. Sai came to my room every night at 3 a.m., skillfully taking advantage of the duty nurse's shift change. I was astonished to learn that she was living inside the hospital.
So how did it change?
これだけ広いと隠れる場所には事欠かないか
It's
ら。
so big that I never run out of places to hide, she said, answering my surprise with a nonchalant smile. She'd been living in the suburbs with her father, she told me, until one day he'd suddenly stopped coming home. After she had tired of waiting for his return, Sai had decided one night to sneak into the hospital where he worked. And there she'd lived for over 2 months, searching for his whereabouts all the while.
学校には行かなくていいのかい。
いいの。勉強は全部パパに教えてもらったから。さやはとっても頭がいいんだよ。
She was a strange girl. On one hand, she looked and talked like an innocent child. On the other, she was remarkably self-reliant, and at times exhibited sharp intelligence and deep knowledge that many may have found unsettling. By the way, I don't think it's blurred in the background right now.
No, it's not.
Cool.
Organs.
I didn't care. Sai was the only other human in a world gone mad. Her existence meant far more to me than the standards of society. Well, good, I guess?
危なくないのか。見つかりそうになったことは。
全然平気。ここにいれば食べるものにも不自由しないし、パパのうちに一人ぼっちでいるよりもずっと楽しいよ。
Interesting.
入院してる患者さんたちのうち、ちょっと精神的に参ってそうな人
Why?
は自分でチェックしといてね。
Why,
I
Sai?
think she like eats souls or eats people.
It's fear, maybe?
Yeah.
時々部屋に真夜中に忍び込んで脅かしたりするの。その人が大
Wow,
騒
that's
ぎしても
fucked up,
そうい
Saya.
う患者さんの言うことはみんな真に受けたりしないから。結局は悪い夢ってことで片付けられちゃうし。
Saya's crazy.
Or a demon.
Or something. Her confession reminded me that the hospital was famous for its ghost stories. Who could have imagined that there was actually a real girl impishly roaming these hallways?
じゃあ僕も最初はそのつもりで。
うん。ごめんね。怒った？
Yes. While her pranks were hardly praiseworthy, I couldn't bring myself to scold her for the very thing that had brought us together.
もうやらない方がいい。その代わり夜は僕の話し相手になってくれないか。
さやもその方が楽しい。
Right to Starfall. Dad is Dr. What is it?
Ouija board.
Ouija board? Onigiri? Dr. Onigiri?
Dr. Onigiri.
Yeah.
No, it's like OJIO or something.
Ogija, Ogia, or whatever. Something like that.
Yeah.
Missing doctor. Oh!
Oh, that's good.
That's cool. With extreme care, I was able to conceal my sensory disorder. Well, not from us.
I like that the game just gave up blurring things.
No! It was clearly obvious that the doctor had no way to cure me, and the fact that I had undergone a still experimental procedure made me even more cautious. As a medical student, it was easy for me to imagine how the doctors would react if they discovered that I was exhibiting such unusual side effects. I was not about to become a guinea pig, a mere specimen to be examined with clinical detachment. So I hid my discomfort and loathing behind the mask of normalcy, convincing the doctors that any signs of stress were merely a result of hospitalization. Saya was my support. Looking forward to her nightly visits gave me the strength to endure my daily torture. Hope can make an enormous difference in a patient's progress. With the aid of my secret nurse, I recovered at a pace that left doctors stunned. If there's gonna be sex here, I'm just gonna, like, cry a little bit.
Oh, we're getting
Oh,
close. I bet
Jesus.
so.
I bet there's gonna be sex. On the last night before my release, I summoned the courage to and asked her.
君はこれからもずっとこの病院に
Oh, so
続
we're
け
asking
る
her
の
to live with us.
結局パパの手がかりはなかったけど、もう
I guess I'll stay with you forever.
In other words, she had no reason to stay.
よかったら
Why not stay with
僕の家に来ない
me?
か
I asked timidly. The question took all the courage I had.
え、
ね
家族はもういないから部屋は
My
いくら
parents
で
are
も
dead!
人目を忍ぶような必要もないし住み心地もそんなに悪くないんじゃないかと
ずっと文則と一緒に暮らすの？
I was too afraid to ask her what she thought of that, so I hastily offered a deal.
君の父さんのことは代わりに僕が探してあげる約束するよ必ず居場所を見つけてみせる
難しいと思うよ。
I think that's gonna be hard, Saya said, looking a little embarrassed.
多分パパ、何か悪いことをしてこの病院を辞めたんだと思う。だから警察とかは困るの。なるべくこっそりと探さなきゃ
I
いけ
can't
な
we
い
get
し
the。police involved? I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
頑張るよ
they are all
どんな
demons
ことだ
right
ってやる僕は
Unable to control myself, I finally spoke the truth.
さやと離れたくない
Thank you, cat.
The cat wants to say hi. Hi, honey. She wants attention specifically from Priest. She's like standing next to him and just meowing at him for
It's
love.
okay, I am petting you.
At first, she looked bewildered, but after a few moments of silence, she said,
少しだけ考えさせて。
Okay, that's fair. That night, she left my room earlier than usual. It's gonna be sex. On the day of my release, I managed to smile as I accepted the hideous, foul-smelling celebratory bouquet. The flesh beasts calling themselves Koji, Omi, and Yo came to pick me up. Though they had come to see me many times during my stay, it never got easier to see my friends changed so horribly. My sudden tears of despair drew suspicion, but I managed to explain them away as tears of joy. While we walked to Koji's car, I looked desperately for Saya amid the grotesque scenery. Even as we drove away, I kept watching the hospital fade into the distance, praying for a last glimmer of hope. But Saya never appeared. Is she just at his house? She's just chilling at his house?
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Also, like, so the blurred images when the scene is like really small on the screen, I can kind of make out what this is. This is a flayed man that is crucified.
Where? This?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Interesting.
yeah.
After Koji and the others dropped me off, I paused a while to regard my surroundings. I had lived my entire life on this block, in this house. There was no other place I could call home. Yes, may I help you? She's just caressing the top of Priest's head with her tail. Just like gently, like she's a snake. Did you wanna...
Wow, even Yugo isn't this much of a drama queen on Screaming Closet.
She really is. Turkey's drama queen. Want to see something adorable?
Yeah, sure.
Move your hand. Turkey. Kiss, kiss. Thank you. Say kiss, kiss. See? If you say kiss, kiss to my cat, she'll give you a kiss.
Aw, good kid.
There was no other place that I could call home. But nothing was as I remembered. As I walked up to the path to the front door and took in the yard where I had spent my childhood, I could feel his memories being defiled by the twisted, festering shapes around me. Alright, what does this look like on the small screen?
Body closet.
This is some Silent Hill shit now.
Yeah.
Inside the house, I found nothing familiar, nothing to offer me comfort and warmth. What I had once called home was now a whole other world.
僕にはもう
I have no
帰
hope.
る場所なんて
I whispered with a smile of self-pity. There was one last stop to make, one last nail to hammer into my coffin. The melodrama, though.
Yeah, probably better. Oh!
I see no pussy.
Yeah, no,
We're
this is
good.
good.
Okay, no vagina. I stepped into a room that had cradled me from childhood. The walls were papered with human entrails, a bed of tangled mass of warm flesh. But none of that mattered. There, curled up on the bed like an abandoned cat, was Saya. As I stood there in shock, she looked up at me in a tiny, weak voice, said,
本当にここにいても
I responded by sweeping her into my arms, embracing her so tightly that she would not escape. Is there gonna be sex now?
Maybe.
Saya did not resist.
Wow, that's questionably consensual.
Yeah.
Is it time?
Just ready, just in case.
Okay. No, we're fine.
Oh!
Oh god! Oh god, we gotta look at the real world.
Yep,
oh god.
Yep. Omi's gonna bust in. Hi, Mobile Sam. So what time is it? It is. No, it's only 12:40, right?
It's 12:40 in the morning
Okay.
in Pacific time.
All right. When she arrives at Sakisaka's house, Omi first takes a deep breath to calm herself. Her anger does not vanish entirely, of course, but at least now she can hear herself think. While waiting for response from the intercom, she looks over the patch of yard that she can see from outside the gate. Even Omi isn't normally one to complain about other people's housekeeping, but this is going too far.